Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Fortnightly Frontier. This is Season 4, Episode 4, Episode Not Found, where we discuss all things Star Citizen. I am Myre, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Mr. Darjanator. What you doing?
Pointing at my name.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Have I broken something?
No. Fortunately, not this time around. Hello.
Awesome. All right. So, what is new this week, or what has been
new?
That's right. Go on.
Stream happened. Well, we've already done a coverage of that in another segment that we've started called Frontier Feature.
I still think we should call it the Feature Frontier. Wait, no. The Frontier Feature. Wait.
Yeah, and that's what we're calling it.
What did I say I wanted it to be called?
Myre and Friend.
The Myre and Friend. I'm pretty sure it was the feature. Yeah, Feature Frontier is what I thought it was supposed to be called, like a feature picture. But no, Darj is like, no, I wanted it to be Frontier Feature. Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's my show, so I get to decide.
Yeah. He played that card. Anyway.
Yeah. We discussed it heavily in there. Basically, we watched the entire thing and did commentary on the fly. So if you would like to hear our thoughts about the entire stream, go check it out on our YouTube channel. And immediately after the stream, a week of sales happened.
A week of sales, yes.
Tell me, has it left you poorer?
Personally, no, I haven't bought a single thing. Even though they've been selling game packages for like $35 now, I think, not including Squadron 42, but I've been resilient. I haven't gotten a single thing. It's just me and my races. What did you get?
85X.
What is that still for sale today?
Yeah, well, today every chip's for sale.
All right, okay.
So if you're watching this on Twitch live, go, and you haven't bought anything, go on to the go to the Fortnightly Frontier website and buy some chips. No, go to the RSI website, and you'll be able to find links to the current sale and give CIG more money.
Speaking of a Fortnightly Frontier website, I do believe that we would like discussing maybe having one so we could host the episodes and stuff on.
Yeah, that's still happening. I think we have decided on a domain, and I think that by next episode you will be able to see all the fruits of our labors presented there.
So watch this space. Just we're not going to tell you what it is just yet because we haven't actually gotten the domain yet. So we don't want anyone sniping it beforehand because that would suck.
That's true. Yeah. I got an 85X.
Okay.
I'm thinking of using it as a snub ship in my Carrack, even though the Carrack does come with a ship. It's called the Pisces, I think.
Oh yeah.
But I just love the look of the 85X so much.
It is.
Now that it's in an engine, and it's coming in 2.6.
It is? The 85X is
along with the Caterpillar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. In that case, man, I really want that. It looks like a racing ship. It looks like something that might be a contender for racing, maybe.
It's a two-seater ship, maybe for a rally, so
perhaps,
you have, like a co-pilot there, reading all the lines.
That'd be cool. I mean, it is a large ship. It's got 2 seats, but
it's not a large ship. It's quite tiny. It's like a very small sports car.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. I have no idea what it looks like relative to any other ships, but it does look freaking sleek. It looks like a ship of the future. It looks like we have all these ships in Star Citizen. Some are kind of more purpose built, like the like Drake and stuff, and some that are more modern, like the Misk. But this 85X from Origin just it exudes like, oh, I'm from the future, and I kind of hope that that's kind of what they have in store for the remake of the 300 series, all that line, because they're going to be remaking that. It's one of the oldest ships in the game. And if you go inside it, it looks like, what's going on in here? It's so random.
Is this Star Citizen, or is this a game from like 4 years ago? It's rather low res and low poly, at least comparatively to what we've gotten used to with production quality coming out of CIG lately, like Starfarer and the remodel of the Constellation.
And most of that space inside the ship serves kind of no purpose. You go inside it, like it has these massive elaborate gull doors, and then like you go inside and you're like, all right, and there's a funny plank called a luxury bed in this ship that's supposed to cost so much more than an Aurora that has its own like bedroom. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I'd love to see what they come up with that ship. Speaking of remakes, though, I think we touched upon the Cutlass as well. Yes. When did they mention when the remake of the Cutlass is going to actually be making it to the game?
No, I don't think they did. They showed it in gray box, fully modeled. At least from the outside, and the white box of the interior, but I think that's it for now. So I don't think, probably 3.0 or 3.1 earliest.
Right.
It's still earlier than Carrack, which is 3.4. So
yeah. So much is coming with 2.6, and 2.6 itself should be coming right over the horizon anytime soon.
We know this because Star Citizen has, outdone themselves again when it comes to production transparency. They released, made a new page that showcases everything they are working on, and when work started and when the projected end is, when it's hitting the Evocati, when it's hitting the PTU and live, and that is something that people have been asking for a long time. And I don't care. It's called the production schedule or something like Schedule report, production schedule report.
Indeed. So on this page has basically everything that you would want to know if you're one of those backers who are like, I put some money into the game, and sure, it has what they claim, open development, but I want to know exactly what's going on. I want to know, I want more. I want more of this, more words, I want more solid dates and stuff, even though, dates for what are they called, internal dates, are never concrete. They're kind of more like milestones. Where would you like things to be, XYZ?
They are target dates. They
are.
They specifically say they're not release dates, they are target dates, and one of the caveats is that these dates will change. Right now the page that we're looking at up there, hello, the one is already updated. It's been a week since the first version, and they've already updated it. The first version, for instance, said the Evocati will get access to 2.6 on the 18th, and that has been revised now to
Monday.
Yes. Tomorrow. Yay. Okay.
But there's a range, and the range is what, 3 days?
A range of 3 days. That is not a range for how long it'll have it, but those 3 days are, one of those days is when the start of the Evocati test is going to be. So it's P2 Evocati start date range.
I see. So that's a start date range. So it could be Monday, it could be Wednesday. It's not that it's going to be from Monday to Wednesday. I mean, that
would be a very short test.
I know people are chomping at the bit to play Star Marine, but I don't think they'd be playing it so much that they get all the data they need in those 3 days. But
if you really commit yourself, you could put in at least 12 hours a day. So that's like 36 hours in 3 days.
Yeah. That being said, the scheduled release, as you can see on the image there, is on Thursday, the 8th of December. So 2.6 is coming out very, very soon. So everybody I know is freaking excited about this. People are like, buying packages. Man, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, and you can also see what they're working on. They're working on grenade lag, and then the front end, and the animations, and everything is really well and concisely described in this really mile-long report. And I said, it's a new one's coming out every week, and I think I like it a lot more than their monthly reports.
It is a long read,
just because it goes into so much detail. There's not much fluff next week. It's basically just bullet points, and a lot of it, like some of it, I really don't understand. They're using a lot of industry terms that are very specific, and you do need a bit of a background to completely understand them.
Yeah, I mean, one of those ones that I was looking at in that long mile was what they call facial idols. And I think I may have touched upon this before because the report was there last time as well, but it's been updated now. But, so my understanding of a facial idol is that, they're animations of the character's face when, the character is idle. But they have all these different terms for the different ones. Normally, you would think, how many facial animations do you need? One when your character is just kind of being himself, blinking, maybe looking left, looking right, that kind of thing. And then, and maybe dying, and then maybe shooting and, like in combat. But they have being hit, all right, sure. Dying, okay. Hurt bad. So you'll be able to tell when a character is like, near death. And in my mind, I have Doom Guy, and when Doom Guy gets more and more damage, exactly. They have hurt mild. They're gonna have sleeping animation, so those aren't in right now. If you sleep into a character, his eyes are open. He's like, "Well, I dream of electric sheep." But one of them is kill satisfy. What is that? So is that the face your character makes when he kills somebody, or what?
Could be. Or I think it is. Or somebody who's trying to kill. So
Right.
mission accomplished sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, the idols are basically what's going on when your character isn't purposely emoting with his face or talking.
Right.
So you could be doing anything, but the face idol will have to match up with that.
Right, I see. Okay. So that's one of the big things that came out in the last fortnight.
Oh yeah, yeah. So excited about that, because that touches on everything. Like I said, animation, code, AI, assets, props, levels. Just about every. Like the monthly report goes through every studio and every module and describes it. Yay! Excitement.
Yeah. So I think
but then I said, it's the second one and everything's moved on, so that kind of brings that sort of it's like a two-edged sword. Yay, we know what you're talking about, what you're working on, and then we also know that it gets delayed every week by a week.
If that does happen, that could get a bit depressing, I guess, for some, and so hopefully it wouldn't come to that. Yeah, but
But I think it's a lot better than that what's going on before.
The prolonged silence.
Yeah.
So,
even though they they came out with ATV and RTV every week, but this is like so basically what everybody wanted.
Yeah. So actually, thanks to this thing, now we know the two names of the Star Marine maps coming out very soon, December 8th, hopefully. So the first one is Demian, Son of Seton, and the second one that we couldn't remember was Echo 11, and I think that's another
correct.
satellite. Is it a satellite?
Yes, I think it is. Well, Demian we saw in the live stream.
Right.
And Echo 11, I think we saw in the latest ATV when they were going through the entire process of how they make a location for submarine, for instance, from concept to very specific, really low res white box where they design paths and sight lines and stuff like that, and then they turned that white box to look like the concept art, because the concept art basically just dictates the look and feel of the game, not how it plays.
Yeah. So, what else happened this fortnight, Darj? I mean, that was noteworthy or newsworthy to you, anyway.
Yeah, that was newsworthy for me. I'm still hung up on the whole schedule report now.
I think one thing that did come through the radar, or come into my radar anyway, was the Teverin heads.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the new concept design for the
Well,
Teverin.
to go with the Prowler.
Yes, to go with the Prowler and to go with the body armor as well that they brought up before, the new Teverin heads. So now we know that the Teverin race are that of avian-looking descent. But I think it goes a bit deeper in terms of their concept art in how they look and how, from like I have a background in biology and stuff like that. So to me, it looked really cool that the Teverins' heads, yes, they were bird-like, but their beaks weren't just like these jutting out peckers that you normally see in, like, for instance, let's use Starbound and that race of creatures.
I was actually gonna make a comparison to Starbound. Are we actually gonna see every race from Starbound like sort of translated into Star Citizen?
Nova Kids are next. But it's true. I mean, yeah, sure, the Banu kind of look tree-ish, so I guess they could be the Florins and stuff like that. But yeah, so what I was talking about with the look and design of the Teverin, in that, like, if you as a character concept designer, or I don't know, like whatever you call them, I can't remember the name of the designation, but like you're trying to create this alien race, and you're like, okay, it needs to be a bird-like creature. What do birds have? They have beaks. Okay, but this thing needs to be kind of like humanoid. So I really loved the way that, yes, the Teverin do have these beaks, but you can kind of like, from like biology kind of background, you can see that the beaks, they're not used the same way that a beak and a bird is used for. It looks like evolution has taken place, and it's more like vestigial. Like, you can see that the beak itself has become more flat, so the bird, the Teverin, can see properly. And it's just like, wow, what would they sound like? Because they don't have lips, and the name is Teverin, so like, their language is gonna be really dentized, so like they're gonna be like teteveveve, because they can't you can't with a beak.
That's actually a very good point. What will the Tevarin language sound like, or will it be just birdsong?
That would be really annoying, but it could be another reason why the humans might subjugate these guys and, like, treat them like second-class characters if they're just walking around like R2-D2,
Well, but R2-D2, that wasn't the way he spoke. It's basically every line was very profane, so it had to be censored out. But touching upon humanoid, just yesterday I watched The Arrival. This really new, really cool sci-fi movie. And one of the things that the movie does is aliens aren't humanoid.
Okay.
They are very different, very, alien.
Right.
So I was thinking, will Star Citizen go down, the whole line, the Star Trek line, where every spacefaring civilization is basically a human in silicon makeup, or will we meet any species out there that is also spacefaring on the same or even higher technological development level as us, but completely different?
I mean, it's a really good question, to be honest. I mean, the reason why even today, when you look at, like, aliens in pop fiction and stuff like that, they all look very, like, humanoid and stuff. Very, I guess you could say, Roddenberry-esque, because we really didn't have aliens per se until, like, Gene Roddenberry and Star Trek did his thing. And with their budget and stuff like that, you could really only have people with, like, massive, prosthetic makeup and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think maybe part of it is that, Chris Roberts might be wanting to kind of, like, as an homage to that kind of alien, they might kind of be like that. But Mass Effect did that as well. But also Mass Effect also introduced non-humanoid aliens as well. Like
they did.
Like the Hanar, the jellyfish ones, and like I can't remember the other ones, but like the ones that would have to state their emotions and then yeah, but
it's been too long because I don't remember. And the little short guys who were kind of humanoid, but still not at the same time. Totally agree.
So I feel like if they were to introduce any more aliens, perhaps maybe we already have the Banu, the Xi'an. So the Banu, tree-ish looking kind of guys. Xi'an, reptilians. The Vandul, I guess, sharky looking things from the latest, the latest character art.
There is a head in Area 18, so
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all of them are humanoids with
Yes.
hands with fingers for
Yeah.
grasping,
Yeah.
bipedal stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's
Yeah.
not really an exception. Do we know what the Kertak are like?
So no, we do not. And it's a
Do we even know whether they're humanoid or not?
no, we do. Oh, I do not. Maybe I may have missed like
Right.
a com link or something like that. But I don't believe they've mentioned what the Kratak look like. I mean, we know of them, and they have a really interesting name, Kratak. You know, it's very like punctuated. Maybe they might be insect looking guys. You know,
Or maybe they're Klingons.
maybe or maybe they're Klingons. You know, but I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe they might use the Krataka as an excuse to make more less humanoid-looking aliens. I feel like now that we're in an age now where we can use CG and stuff like that, and to make better-looking aliens, we don't necessarily need to rely on the humanoid form anymore, even though it's easier to relate to.
Yeah, they would just have to be more in depth researched, and they have more lore, because a lot of at least biological lore when it comes to these species is identical. But then if you have an alien that is so different from somebody else, you'd have to come up with how they actually run their industry, how they operate their spaceships and stuff like that. I mean, in Star Trek Voyager, you had one of these aliens that was like a this insect thing that hooked up into its spaceship, with its tendrils, and then controlled them through exchange of this biofluid and stuff like that. But but then that's really different. It's really interesting. But then you start thinking about it. How do they actually make that if they don't have, the ability to hold a tool?
Mm-hmm. Now, the next question, I guess, with aliens that may not necessarily be humanoid is how would you relate to them? Because I mean, like, if an alien is just so different from the regular course that like it's a giant crystal or something like that, and yes, it's sentient, but it doesn't care about you or your race or anything like that, then it's nice that sure, you can see one, but like they wouldn't want to concern themselves with you and the other way around. I mean, we always use other pop fiction here to kind of draw parallels to, but the founders from Deep Space Nine, sure, they ruled everything, but most of them, they didn't really want to hang out per se with the solids and that stuff. But
then again, they aren't really a spacefaring race. They just rule other species that do that for them.
Right.
I was thinking specifically of the races that would go out there in spaceships that would be on the same sort of like a path of discovery and expansion as we are. Not a species that is content to sticking on a planet, even though they are spacefaring, well, sentient. Like the changelings in Deep Space Nine.
I feel like there might be an argument there for like, why are humans capable? Like what kind of evolutionary path did we have to take to be able to do what we can do? And is that a limiting factor for other races that could possibly dream of reaching space? Like if you had like your arms coming out your chest because it helped you fight away predators, it's not really helpful because you can't really do stuff. I don't know, like where we have our fingers.
Those are actually very good questions. Is the humanoid form one of the few forms that is versatile enough for a species to progress such a long such a path? Then again, you could have a species that develops huge mental capacity, that actually has telekinesis, and they use telekinesis to build their spaceships and run the spaceships. Or maybe even have mental powers so monumentally huge that they can actually move themselves through space.
Telekinesis? Really, Darge?
Mass Effect.
The Asari? Are you talking about the Asari?
No, not the Asari. Didn't you play any of the DLC for Mass Effect?
No.
The Harbingers. No, are the Harbingers. Basically, the alien species that
Right.
the now what are they called again? The big metal ship alien thingies.
The Reapers?
The Reapers, yeah, the Reapers. Yeah, the original species that the Reapers was based on.
Right.
Because the Reapers are basically just AI servants for those species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the lore, So those aliens were able to travel through space without the need of spaceships, and then you have space whales,
Right.
space whales.
Yeah, I really do hope
generic.
Yeah.
A generic term for any spacefaring life form.
I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I feel like if like the aliens that you encounter aren't humanoid enough, or they don't communicate with spoken word, and you can't communicate with them, I feel like they wouldn't be relevant enough for you to care about unless they taste good.
Yeah,
because if
then again, it wouldn't be fun from a gameplay point of view either.
Yeah, it's true.
And especially wouldn't be fun for anyone who wants to role play as Kirk, out there trying to shag every blue alien out he can come across.
Green alien.
Or green, yeah, green. Shepard's the one with the blue aliens. Kirk's the one with the green aliens. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else happened this week? I mean, so we have the Teverin, we have the and everything else. We have the sail. What do you think about the sail ships? By the way, the Saber Comets, the
editions. I refuse to call them variants because they are basically just a different paint job and a default preset. So I'm gonna call them editions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
I really don't like any of their skins more than the stock skin. But if their release ushers in the technology for really great and really simple and streamlined ship customization when it comes to looks, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
I wouldn't get one.
Yeah, to me,
just because
I feel,
of how it looks.
Yeah, I feel like. And they've kind of described them the same way, but they are just kind of they're kits, okay. This is the Misk Bubble Wobble, and it has M3As instead of badges. You want to pay more for it? I mean, it's kind of like that. They don't really offer anything more. You can always buy those parts yourself.
I don't think it should be more expensive than the standard version unless it's sort of made for celebration of an event or a particular person or whatever, just like you have special editions of cars,
that's the pretense that they're selling these ones under, that they're celebrating. And I suppose they're also going to, I suppose they are they rare? I mean, after this sale, are you going to be able to buy them again?
Sure, that's a good question. I think it's going to be the same as with every limited edition ship. It's going to come back
resales and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I like the fact that they're a thing. I'm not really sure I can be behind the pricing and the implementation. I like that they're a thing because they kind of they now show, hey, we can reskin all these different ships. You can now skin your ships for your clan, that kind of thing. So that whole back end stuff is ready.
Yeah. I just hope it is, and it's not basically just a different asset, on top of an original ship.
Right. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's cool they're a thing. What it's done for me, though, it's kind of opened my mind as to what I now know CIG have planned in terms of design of ships. Because, all the ships that we've had so far, they've been either chrome or they've been matte gray or gunmetal. Now we've got these really garish, peacocky looking colors, and they're really, I guess, bold and brave colors from what I am used to in Star Citizen. Is weird, to me at least, that, you know, they're all of a
Says
sudden...
the man whose every ship is fucking red.
That's personal, damn it. Yeah, so but it's weird that CIG themselves will do this to their ships, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I was expecting almost every single ship to be gray until you edit them and stuff like that. You know? But it's interesting, I guess.
Yeah,
and,
but then I can imagine. Well, I can at least understand why all the ships coming out so far have been of this color scheme, considering that they're, you know, every ship that we have right now is made for Squadron 42, and a lot of those are combat ships, and for a combat ship you don't really want it to be, you know, neon red in the battlefield.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically just painting a bullseye on yourself.
Fair enough, yeah. I'd like to see, I mean, so now we've seen the fighters get this treatment of commemorative ships, you know, like they go all these colors. I would like to see them do the same thing with races sometime down the line. Maybe then I might splurge and get some weird looking kit or something like that. But I don't think that I'd get like a shiny, colorful fighter because it's a fighter. Why is it shiny and colorful? It doesn't make too much practical sense to me.
Yeah, for a fighter, no. If you're into, you know, very tactical and stealthy gameplay, you know,
as a show ship,
even yeah, it's a show ship, yeah. But
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
even in Arena Commander, you don't really want, you know, your ship to be very contrasty to the background. You want it to blend in as much as you can.
Yeah.
So where do you think all this ship modification stuff is gonna end up? Like,
What do you mean?
Do you think they'll actually let us upload our own textures eventually? Because I know you want your logo on your M50.
I mean, that would be nice if every single individual would be able to upload their own image, but then where do you draw the line in terms of quality control? If every single citizen is able to upload an image unchecked, there are going to be so many partial dicks everywhere, you know, like, you know, just towing the line. I feel like if they allow it so that only orgs can make things and upload them, it might be a bit more manageable, because then you have a smaller sample size to kind of then moderate. You know, if everybody can do it, then it makes it ridiculous. Things would have to be reported first. And then what happens is that you're going to get, you know, people tarnishing the game's image. I mean, there's a reason why time to dick is a thing. Or is it time to penis? You know,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that really puts a damper on my enthusiasm, because, you know, I don't want to put a dick on my ship. You know, I am the only dick that's going to be present in my near my ship. But for my Carrack, I went so far along as not to just pick a fantastic name, but also design, you know, the font, and it even has a logo.
I mean,
because I want that.
Lobby your case, Darj. Lobby your case. Maybe you'll be maybe you'll be able to make your own org and then upload the thing for your org. I just feel like if everybody is able to upload an image, then it's going to be problematic for CIG to keep things in control.
Here's an idea. So say you are able to name your ship, but you know, you can choose a font and you can enter your name and you can enter position, and that will be generated
right
in game.
Okay.
But if you pay like $10, you can then, you know, upload the image that you want using strict guidelines. For instance, it has to be like a transparent PNG of this and this dimension.
Right.
And then, you know, only the people that are willing to pay, you know, those would be, those cases would be reviewed and then, you know, said approved or disallowed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
If it's everybody, then that puts far too much strain on the entire system, and it would need a lot of people just going through all of these, just saying yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah.
But, if you actually pay, you are adding revenue just to have, someone look at your application and say yes, no. So their time is reimbursed.
I feel, yes, sure. One side of me is like, that's not a bad idea. People pay money for cosmetic items in games all the time. Sure, you can pay $10 and you can upload your own image into the game, and you've wasted money if they ban it because you put money in. Not everybody's gonna have the money to do that in the first place. The cynic in me is like, they've drained enough money from us already, guys. Why more?
Like I said, it would be free to just put in your name.
Right, that's fine.
Whatever
you
want. Yeah. But if you want a custom thing, then you pay money.
Okay, that makes sure. I feel that's a nice kind of line to draw, I suppose. I mean, in my mind, every single person would have been able to have to designate a name for their ship, and a randomly generated code would be made, and it would be on the side of your ship. Very Star Wars. Very Star Trek, with the Enterprise and all those ships and how that's what I thought I would be seeing, and I think that's kind of where they've gone with the Bengals and stuff like that as well. If you see the images pulled from the files and stuff like that, but as for uploading your own image, maybe. I mean, you've got your image, your custom character, that thing you wanted to do. CIG tend to look at Reddit a lot, and they tend to respond to highly upvoted things on Reddit a lot. And those popular ideas are ideas that, then some of them do go into development, or at least, Ben or Lando will say, yeah, that's cool, we'll think about it.
Speaking of, that's a nice tangent. Speaking of highly upvoted things on Reddit, I think this was like one of the most upvoted things of all time currently. Terry Crews is working on a project with Jay's 2 Cents. They're making like a custom PC, and in the first video they did, Terry Crews said that his dream is to be in a video game.
Right.
And that got picked up by Star Wars Reddit, and the suggestion was, have CIG, put Terry Crews in the game.
I think
that got like 4,000 upvotes. Like in a matter of days.
I feel like it might be a bit too late now to get Terry into the Imaginarium, because all the other actors have already been in there. That's already happened. Terry Crews is a really cool guy, and he's he's got a broad kind of range of things that he's done, and he's an accomplished actor, that kind of thing. It would be nice to have him in the game, because PC Master Race subreddit eats him up as much as they do Gaben. They love the dude. It'd be nice to have him there. I feel like it may not be practical anymore. They could do it the same way they got the guy that did Jax McClary into the Imaginarium to do his whole song.
Although I do believe that they didn't get him into the Imaginarium. They used one of their own capture studios, because only his face was captured. Everything else, I believe, was
canned,
was keyframed.
Right.
Yeah, because that was too robotic. Everything he did was, just the way he held himself, the way he, moved his arms. Everything was just too robotic.
Yeah, I feel like he could come in.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was great seeing all of that, because and they said that that it was a last minute thing, and they did it in a couple of days. Everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, flying to Imaginarium, in recording all that, and getting the sending off all the data to Serbia, trilateral, and then getting it back and everything, that would just take far too long. So I think they did the cheap way around. It's still not. I think they're still working on that. Part of it. The main part, the main mocap thing is they have that done, but it takes far too long. And then they have their own little setup, which excuse me, which. It has a different pipeline, and I think they're still working on it. Maybe they could put him in the PU, like, there's gonna be news and there's gonna be sports. Maybe he could be a very, prominent, very out there centerball player. He was a football player before he took up acting.
Okay. Sure. So, Squadron 42, he's probably missed the mark for that. He's missed the opportunity to be a part of the starring cast of all that. Maybe Squadron 42 Part 2 or whatever, because whatever's going to be part of this, I don't think is going to be the end. I don't think. But, there's always room for him to come into things like Easter eggs, that kind of thing, for Star Citizen. The way Jax came in with Galactic Tour and stuff like that, he could come in, like you say, when they introduce Satable. So exactly. Sure. He could come up, there, and that would be pretty damn amazing.
But I'd love to see Terry Crews in the game. It'd be just fantastic. Because I love the guy. When I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think I watched 2 seasons of that, in like four nights or something. It was, I just marathoned the fuck out of that show.
Yeah, I'd be behind it. I don't think I know many people who would be against it, to be honest. It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
It would be very nice.
Anything else?
Anything else? Is that a cricket I hear?
You got nothing?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
Yeah. It's been a pretty, apart from all the stuff that we've talked about, it's been a pretty quiet couple of weeks, to be honest. Yeah.
People have been working on the sale and probably, making sure the demo for 2.6 didn't collapse halfway through. Now they're, just hammering down on actually getting 2.6 in our hands, and hopefully the Evocati get it
ASAP.
as scheduled.
ASAP.
And help smash all the bugs.
Yeah. So hopefully that 8th of December they've given us a date for that, for when it's been given broad release. I'm expecting that once that does happen, we'll get a lot more people also streaming the game, because I feel FPS is a lot easier to get into than learning how to fly your ship and configuring it and everything else. So
it's a lot more approachable. It brings in a lot more people who
of course
who want to play the game, because they are for most of it they are the FPS gamers. They're not sim fans.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be interesting to see how they take the game at face value compared to other FPS games and stuff like that. I'm confident that it's going to have a cult following very similar to that of Armor and stuff like that. But December 8th, I guess time will tell. For the so we've had the anniversary.
It's less than 2 weeks to go.
Less than 2 weeks. So for the anniversary sale, as I keep saying sale, we've had the anniversary stream. Now, what's next is the Christmas stream.
Yeah, the holiday stream.
The holiday stream, they call it. Yeah. So what do you think is going to be coming with the holiday stream?
I really hope we're getting the Squadron 42 vertical slice.
Squadron 42 vertical. That would be a brilliant Christmas present. We got 2.0 for Christmas last year. Squadron 42 vertical slice, or maybe even Squadron 42 Behind Enemy Lines episode chapter 1 for the people who backed early enough. That would be...
Is that something that's that I promised, or is that you're just wishful thinking?
That is actually a stretch goal, like maybe like $15 million or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very.
So it's like the first few missions for early backers, or what?
The first mission, I think.
The first mission.
Mission number 1. Yes. I can't remember word for word what it is, but it's definitely promised that people who backed at a certain point will be able to have that one mission as an entry thing. So, and it's called Behind Enemy Lines, I think it's called.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So,
so it's like a demo of things to come.
Perhaps a demo, yeah. If you want to call it a demo, but yeah, I can't wait for that. In fact, if you humor me a couple seconds, I will actually find it for you here. I've actually got the funding tab open. There we go. The first Squadron 42 mission disc Behind Enemy Lines will be available for free to all backers who pledge before $6 million upon release.
That's Squadron 42 Part 1.
The entire thing?
Yeah. And that just means that people who backed before this, up to this, get it for free. They don't need to buy the $15 separate or $45 separate Squadron 42 package.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, right. That makes more sense, I suppose. Never mind. Ignore everything I said a second ago.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure it stays in, and everybody knows of your embarrassment.
Remember to send all your hate mail to Myre at testgaming.tv. I'll be looking forward to your poo in my P.O. box.
Oh, and it's not been that interesting over 2 weeks. I don't know how Captain Richard does it. Every weekday he goes on about Star Citizen news, and he goes for like an hour every night about
well,
this.
you see, he does his research,
Yeah, no, but then again, he also says he also talks about everything, just about everything. There's a lot of things that happen that really don't catch my interest because I just consider them the basic and fundamental stuff that needs to be done. It's not that exciting to me.
Yeah. So, what else is there? I think that's it, really. I mean, apart from the latest developer activity, I haven't really scoured it this fortnight, to be honest. I
think we're just about covered everything that I want to talk about. Unless you want to go back to the schedule report, because I could go on for days about that.
I suppose we could. It's up to you. I mean, it's right over here.
No, I think we've expensed with our opinion on it, and I think everybody should just go check it out. Check it out every week because it's going to be changing.
Yeah.
And it's just fantastic, and it's just exactly what the backers needed.
Yeah.
To shut them up.
Yeah, totally. So, I suppose that concludes Fortnightly Frontier Season 4, Episode 4, episode not found here on Twitch and on YouTube on Wednesday, if you're watching then. I feel next time around we'll be doing more of the same, as we always do, as well as perhaps maybe we'll also add more dev tracker stuff.
We could.
Because that's good for discussion, I suppose.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. So, good night, everybody. Or day, or morning. Darj, you close. I'm so bad at this.
I close. You're so close. Okay, thank you everybody so much for tuning in, both on Twitch and on YouTube. This has been episode 4 of season 4. Episode not found, just like Myre said just a few seconds ago. And we will see you in the verse. Stop drinking and salute Myre. Bye.
Yeah.